Hey guys, this is Ben with Black Mountain. Today we're going to go over employees. We kind of went over fast, medium, and slow, my crews. Now I'm going to tell you how I go about getting those guys. For my fast crew, I want guys with at least 10 years experience, or if they have less experience, someone that's caught on and has been through problems and has worked through their problems. And like, if a machine goes down, they can fix it. They have their kits and they can fix it right. They can field fix it and finish the job and then get it back to the shop and have us really kind of dive in and see if there's any other underlying issues. And I want 4 of those guys per crew. Now, like I said before, there's not really a lead in my fast crews. They all get along, they all know what they're doing, and we talk about the jobs because these are my commercial jobs and my big residential jobs that these guys are going to. We have a meeting before we do anything as far as like a big residential job. I have a meeting with all my crews before they go out to all their jobs, either the night before or the morning of, to make sure that they know what's going on. We use Jobber. Jobber has pictures, Jobber has the blueprints, Jobber has all the stuff right there in the job before they can go to, so everybody has access to see kind of where they're going, what they're doing, and what we're looking at. So there's no real foreman. All these guys were foremen at one time for my other 2 crews. So all of them know how to lead, and one of them just naturally kind of takes over and deals with the foreman of that job, or they'll call me and we'll talk and I'll tell them, hey, talk to so-and-so because they're the lead in this one. So I kind of just shoot a name out and usually it works. Medium, my medium crew, these guys can spray, but they're not gonna spray as fast as these guys. These guys, so I go 10 years experience. These guys are from 5 to 10. And then I have leads. So I have 1 lead per 2 people. So I have 3-man crews for my medium. I have more medium crews than any other crews that I have because we do the most in residential. And I can, at any point, I can pull one of these 3-man crews and put it with these guys and still be okay. So I have 3-man crew there, and these guys spray, back brush if it's an exterior, or they'll back roll if it's. So that's why we have 3. We have a cleaning guy, so a fairly new guy, a guy that's been here less than 5 years or has less than 5 years experience, and if this foreman gets a phone call, can grab the gun, continue to spray, and then the cleaning guy will grab the back roller and start rolling. But if everything works like it's supposed to and nobody calls or does anything, usually I'm the one calling them, we have our lead guy is spraying. He sprays. Our second guy, who's been here between 1 and 5 years, or has 1 to 5 years experience, is back rolling. And then the new guy, because you can get put on a new crew, on a medium crew, as a new guy, which usually where you end up, is cleaning and sweeping. So I pride myself in having a clean work environment. So once we spray a room, we let everything kind of settle. He comes through, sweeps everything up, makes sure it's clean again, and then we can go right into spraying again. You don't want to ever spray a room where there's dust and stuff, because that dust will kick up and it'll go on the wall, and it's no good. So that's how my crews are separated for medium. Then I have my slow crew. My slow crew isn't actually slow. They're just using materials that make them slower. So these are all my repaints. So your brush roll, residential repaints usually. These guys are very good, usually old school guys. They can have anywhere between 5 to 10 years experience as my lead. So 5 to 10 plus is my lead. And then the guys underneath him, depending 1 to 5. I usually don't have a new person on my slow crews because of the brush and roll stuff, unless I have something where we're trying to get, at the end of the day, we're trying to get stuff done. I can throw one of these guys on this crew and they're just cleaning up. And then they'll eventually get to brush and roll. This is usually where we train, is in the mediums and slows. You can't train in the fast because those guys just get upset because you're going slow. But we train here and then we train at our shop. We try to do yearly stuff and make sure that they are familiar with the sprayer and familiar with the brushes, familiar with that. And then we go through different brushes, Purdy's, Woosters. We got one out of Canada that we really like. And if we see a new brush, I just grab it and we try it and see who likes what, so then everybody's comfortable with their brush. So so these guys are slow because they're brushing and rolling. So that's how I come up with my fast, medium, and slow. And then if a new guy's showing a lot of promise, I'll put him on one of the slow crews and the repaint crews, and he'll slowly work through that and then become the second in this crew, or the lead here. And then these leads here will eventually go here because this is plus 10. So once they get there, they'll go to here, and if they can keep up with these guys, then they can go there. This guy moves up, this guy moves up. Then we get a new guy to come in and he does that. So we just kind of build crews as we need, and we know how many square foot all these guys can take care of. So with all my guys at this particular area, they can do, if I remember right, I think it's like 12,000 square feet per hour. So if I run into an issue where if I'm booking over that, I actually have to go out, that's when I know I have to go out and hire somebody. And usually then I have to deep dive and say, where do I need to hire Matt? Do I need to hire this guy? Do I need to hire this guy? Do I need to hire this guy? The best way to hire somebody, go to Sherwin-Williams, go to Ben Moore, go to where people get paint, because the bosses are usually never the ones to pick up paint. I learned this a long time ago. And go give them donuts, go give them, Subway sandwiches, something like that, and then put your now hiring card right above it. So they'll give you a table. They always do. And then you put your food here, and then put a big sign, BMP, now hiring. Find out what, because everybody talks, everybody knows. All my guys know how much everybody makes. I'm not dumb, but I know they all talk about it. And you can find out how much the competition, the guys that already have experience painting, are getting paid. That's your starting right there. And then you can add more for experience. So these guys can leave, let's say, business X to come to you, and potentially it will cost you $1 more than what business X is running them. They're happy, they're getting paid more, you have a better environment, and you're taking better care of them. That's the best way I've learned to hire people, is do that. I know that sounds bad, but it works. It works really well, especially in the bigger metropolis areas. Another thing that works is Facebook ads. I shouldn't actually tell you guys this because this is kind of my secret, but Facebook ads will let you focus a mile radius on one point. So what do you do when you pull in and you're a little bit early for work? You pull out your phone, you say you're 15 minutes, you had to drop off your girlfriend or your wife or something, then you had to go to work, you're 20 minutes early and no one else is there yet, so you pull your phone out and you flip through Facebook, right? You can concentrate your ads on that 1 mile around that business. And no matter how many times they scroll through, they're going to see your ad that you're hiring for more money than you're getting. And how's your day gonna go? I could be doing the same thing for more money. This is wrong because I want to be, it's just a little trick. Another way to find guys is talk to your local, like summer help, your high school, stuff like that, football players, any of the athletes, they need something to do, or just reach out to put an ad on Facebook that says you're hiring if you want to do that. But yeah, those are a couple different ways. And then hiring process. So like you say, you're a guy, you're a chuck in a truck, you know, like one dude with a truck, and then all of a sudden you're getting busy. Your first one should be a personal assistant. That's who you hire first. And all you guys are gonna be like, what, that's dumb. No, it's not, because they're gonna answer all your phones. They're gonna pick up phone calls and they're gonna pay for themselves because they're picking up, they're actually getting jobs. Because I can tell you right now, if they call you, you don't answer, they're gonna call the next guy and the next guy is gonna answer. So they're actually going to make sure that your phone gets picked up during business hours every time it rings. And that's gonna free you up. So how you have to hire is what's gonna create more time for you to put towards the business as it grows. That's why I said this is your first hire, your personal assistant. They'll schedule for you, they'll pick up your phones, they'll do everything that you don't really want to do. And then you'll do bids and stuff at night. Your next guy is your helper, and then you can slowly build crews after that. But if, like I said, if you're just a one guy and you're looking at moving up, this is what you gotta do. AI's come a long ways. They can probably be a personal assistant. I've looked into that quite a bit, but I have a great personal assistant, so it's my mom, so I can't really, she's there to stay. But yeah, so that's just kind of a breakdown of employees, how I build my crews, how I hire. If we go to a different location, I'm not gonna go there and have 15 guys right away. I usually start with 6, and one of them is always a personal assistant for the foreman, and I will stay there until we kind of get him off the ground. So that's how I hire, that's how I do all that stuff. So if you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below. If you like the content, please like and subscribe for more. We're not gonna be one of those companies that has secrets or anything like that. If you have anything, I'll be happy to tell you guys. I'm pretty open about whatever. So like and subscribe for more content.